Listening Library presents 365 Bedtime Stories by Disney Press. Read for you by Greg Tremblay.
"101 Dalmatians, January 1st, New Year's Day. It was the first day of the new year, and Pongo and Perdita were out for a walk with their pets, Roger and Anita. Perdita sighed happily. "Oh, Pongo, what a wonderful year we've just had. We found each other, and now we have 15 puppies to be thankful for." "Yes, darling, and think of all we have to look forward to this year," Pongo said. "Can you believe the puppies stayed up until midnight last night to ring in the new year?" Perdita asked. "And they were still awake when we left. I do hope they don't tire out poor Nanny." "Yes, that was quite a party we had last night," Pongo agreed. "Lucky would have spent the whole night watching television if we had allowed him to. I have never met a dog who liked to watch so much television." "Perhaps we should be getting home now," said Perdita. "I suppose we should," said Pongo. "But I'm sure Nanny has been taking good care of them." Pongo and Perdita gently pulled on their leads to let Roger and Anita know it was time to go home. "Nanny! Puppies, we're home!" called Roger as he and Anita took off their boots and Pongo and Perdita brushed off their paws on the mat in the hall. But no one answered. "Pongo!" exclaimed Perdita, her panic rising. "Where are the puppies?" Pongo raced up the stairs and began searching the rooms one by one. Perdita went to check the kitchen. Pongo hurried into the sitting room to rejoin Perdita, who was on the brink of tears. "Oh, Pongo!" she cried. "Where can—" "Hush, darling," said Pongo, his ears pricked intently. The two dogs fell silent. Then they both heard it, a tiny snore coming from the direction of the couch. There, nestled among the cushions, were the puppies, sound asleep. "I found Nanny," Roger called. "She fell asleep in her chair." Perdita was busy counting the sleeping puppies. 12, 13, 14. "Oh, Pongo, one of the puppies isn't here." But Pongo had trotted into the next room. "Here he is, darling," he called. "It's Lucky, of course. He's watching the New Year's Day celebration on television." Winnie the Pooh, January 2nd, The Sleepover. "Comfortable, Piglet?" Pooh asked. The two friends were having a sleepover at Pooh's house. "Oh, yes," Piglet replied. "Good night, Pooh Bear." Piglet lay in the darkness of Pooh's room. The darkness at Pooh's house was much darker than it was at Piglet's house. Pooh's bedroom was also much quieter than his own room at night. "Pooh Bear?" Piglet whispered. There was no answer. Piglet heard a soft, low rumbling. The sound grew louder and then softer over and over again. "Is that the sound of a heffalump?" Piglet wondered. "Oh, dear!" Piglet shouted, running to Pooh's bed. "Wake up! Please, Pooh!" Pooh said drowsily, sitting up. Piglet was hiding under the covers in Pooh's bed. "Why, Piglet," said Pooh. "What's the matter?" "It's that horrible noise, Pooh," Piglet stammered. He listened for the noise, then realized he couldn't hear it. "That's funny," said Piglet. "The noise stopped as soon as you woke up, Pooh." Said Pooh. He shrugged, then he yawned. "I guess that means we can go back to sleep." "Pooh Bear," said Piglet timidly. "Could we, have the rest of our sleepover another night? I'm just used to sleeping in my own house." Pooh put his arm around Piglet. "I understand, Piglet," he said. He helped Piglet gather his things and then, hand in hand, they walked to Piglet's house. Piglet was happy to be at home. "Thank you so much for understanding," he said. "I suppose you'll need to get home to bed now." "That does sound like the thing to do," Pooh replied. "But first I might sit down for a little rest." While Piglet put away his things, Pooh sat down in a chair. By the time Piglet came back, Pooh was making a soft, low, rumbling sound. But in the comfort of his own house, it didn't strike Piglet as anything other than the sound of one sleeping bear snoring. "Sweet dreams, Pooh Bear," he whispered. Piglet climbed into his own bed and drifted off to sleep. It seemed that he and Pooh were having their best friend sleepover after all. Toy Story, January 3rd, Off-Road Adventure. "Lost toys! Lost toys!" announced Mike the microphone. "Help needed!" "What's wrong?" asked Woody. "It's the Green Army men!" Ham the piggy bank cried from the windowsill. "Andy left them outside and it's raining. Now they're stuck in the mud." Buzz and Woody hurried to the window and peeked through the rain-splattered glass. "How are we going to help them?" Woody cried. "What about RC car?" Ham suggested. Buzz and Woody climbed inside RC and the race car took off. RC raced out of Andy's bedroom and down the hall. At the top of the stairs, Buzz and Woody held their breath. "Here we go!" Buzz cried as they bounced down the stairs. "Ouch! Oof! Ow!" yelped Buzz. RC raced to the kitchen and through the swinging dog door. "There they are!" cried Woody. "Situation critical!" shouted the Green Army men. "Assistance needed immediately!" RC car veered into the dirt and parked near the Green Army men. Woody swung his lasso and looped the rope around the soldiers. Then he tied the other end of the lasso around RC's bumper. As he backed up, RC pulled the Green Army men to safety. When they were all free from the mud, RC car drove up the pathway and through the dog door. But when he got to the stairs inside, everyone groaned. "How can we drive back up?" asked Woody. "Don't worry," Ham yelled from the top of the steps. "We're on it!" The toys had put together a train track leading right up the stairs. RC car gunned his engine and up he went, just as Andy's mother pulled into the driveway. The toys quickly pulled the tracks back into Andy's room and put them back where they belonged. "That was close," said Woody. "But I think we got away with it. Andy's mom will never suspect a thing." Downstairs, Andy's mother scratched her head. "I wonder where all this mud came from," she said. Aladdin, January 4th. Monkey see, monkey do. "Come on, Abu," Aladdin called across the busy Agrabah marketplace. From his perch atop the basket seller's cart, Abu barely heard the call. He was captivated by the monkey he had just spotted peeking out at him from behind the fruit seller's cart. Abu jumped off the basket cart and darted over to say hello, but the other monkey scurried away and hid behind a wheel. From his new hiding place, he peeked out at Abu. Abu looked around, trying to think of a way to draw the monkey out. The fruit seller was distracted, so Abu hopped up onto the cart and picked up an apple. He balanced it on top of his head. Then he scurried over to the edge of the cart and peered down, hoping to attract the other monkey's attention. Abu heard monkey chatter behind him. He turned around to find the monkey standing at the other end of the fruit cart, balancing an apple on his head, just like Abu. Abu picked up a pear and an orange. He began juggling them in the air, hoping to amuse the other monkey. Not to be outdone, the monkey also picked up a pear and an orange and began to juggle them just like Abu. Abu grabbed hold of the cart awning, then flipped over and swung from the awning by his tail. The other monkey did the same. Abu thought this game was fun, but now he wanted to find a stunt that the other monkey couldn't copy. Abu looked around and saw Aladdin coming his way. Abu had an idea. He jumped off the fruit cart, darted over to Aladdin, and scrambled up the length of his friend's body until he was lounging comfortably on top of Aladdin's head. The other monkey stared at Abu in amazement. The closest human was the fruit seller. Throwing caution to the wind, the other monkey scurried over to him, but he'd only climbed as high as the fruit seller's shoulder before the man chased him away. Hiding behind the basket cart, the other monkey crossed his arms, pouted, and watched that sneaky Abu laugh and wave goodbye as he rode away on top of Aladdin's head. Mickey and Friends, January 5th. Donald takes flight. "Daisy, I have a surprise for you," said Donald Duck one clear spring day. "I've been taking flying lessons." "That is a surprise," said Daisy Duck.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?